Hello everybody, my name is Craig Bennett and I'm the founder and owner of Tech Reviews and Help. And today I am going to show you my train system, my minecart, whatever you want to call it, but it's basically the quickest way to get from one part of the map to the next part of the map in survival mode. Now I'm going to be in creative mode during this video, and that's just for speed and for ease. So I don't have to eat every so often. But the simple fact is this is just going to show you my way of setting up a train system. Now this is not an advanced train system. This is, just get you point A to point B and point C if all possible. This, in fact, let me get into that in a second, what it really is. First thing I created when I was new in this world is a house. The second thing is the ability to go north and south, really to see what else is out there and to get resources easier and whatnot. I didn't choose left and right, and the reason why is I already picked north and south, and I just wanted to see how far it would take. Now, I created the train system in creative mode because it's a pain to make this. And what I mean by this is, here's my house. Anyone who's seen my previous videos, and by the way, I did complete the map. Anyone who's seen my last one, here's the house. Here's where I started. Well, the train system goes even past this. That is a ridiculously long distance to tunnel, build, and whatnot. It's just ridiculous. And it started one block at a time, but the furthest down it goes is here. The furthest up it goes is, well, it's actually beyond that, and I'll actually show you in game in seconds. Now, as far as things goes, this, again, it does not go left and right, besides some small occasions. As you see here, and you might see a clearing and a trees going through, and also it's going up right here. So it's a very good indication that we have a train system there. And it's going underground, obviously, here, and going through. That's one connected line. And also we're going for land or water right there. Now down here I do have a train system going from here to this temple, then here to the village. But it's made out of glass, so it's you're not going to be able to see it. Now, the train system, for anyone who has seen inside the house, well, the underground house, here it is. In fact, here's part of it, the train system. And let's go upstairs to look at what we have. And it appears that it's raining. So we have one train system going that way, which is the sand area, the temple and whatnot that I just pointed out. And the other going north. Now, I have a bunch of signs, obviously point where things are, but basically what this sign is telling me, the next stop for this is going to be in a woods area, woods biodome or whatnot. And somewhere, I really don't know, I might not have made a sign here, but it should have said jungle or something like that. Then on top of it, let's go in. It appears the sound's not working due to one reason or another. It happens once in a while. Now, what I have is also a number system. And I advise anyone who does make a train system like this, use a number system to show how many stops you have until you get back to the house. So back there was the house. Up here is the woods. Let's jump out, and right here, home 1. So one more ride and I'm at the house. Snow is that way, so we can go to a snow atmosphere, or we can go out here and go to the woods. Let's check out snow. Now each train system is within a little area like this, and I have some tables and some stuff in case if I start mining and whatnot. And it sounds like the sound's going to work in here. So there's that. Now, as far as things goes, I did a basic rail system. I'm not going to get into how that works. That's a very basic thing. And as you see here, we have another 2, and it says woods, which is the biodome that we just came from. And we can go up here, and you see snow all over the place. Now this is not a direct snow biodome, it's just, if you looked at the map earlier, there was a snow area, and this is pretty much it. Let's go to, I just missed it right there, but let's go to this next biodome. And on these signs I also have what is here, not only what type of biodome we're looking at, but what is here. So say for example, here is grasslands. Let's look at this sign. It says snow and grasslands. So grasslands is one way and snow is another way. And we got fishing. And we have mining. Now let's head back here real quick with our flying ability. And as you see here, it says we got fishing and mining on the next stop. So if I want to fish or if I need some ore or whatnot, or check out some mines, I can go here and mine, or go up there and fish. Very simple, very easy. And there's that. Now, as far as this next one, as you see here, I had to actually create a tunnel through that one section, create a roof here, and I used glass if all possible. This did 2 things. One, during the creation of this, kept the monsters out, and the second and most importantly, added light in, because as you see here, I have to add light blocks every so often in order to see. Now in with glass, it's not so much of the case because we got sunlight more than less. Now on some of these, you will actually be sent out as so, but I have it set up where we can just hop up, go over to the door, and go down. Now I'm in the middle of creating this one, so it's like that. Now on all of these, I have mining carts, mining chests, coal, you know, the basics. It's very organized and whatnot, and the reason for this is the simple fact is, if this minecart takes off, I have no other way in survival mode to go there, and I'm not going to walk 18 minutes in real world time to get to my mining cart. It's just not going to happen. So there's that. And I'm not really sure what happened there, but now, as far as here, once we hit this, we start taking off pretty good. This is the fastest we're going to go. We get a nice view. It's a nice thing. Now I had to make a bridge to get across these waterways, and we're in another tunnel I made. Now as you can guess, this took a long time. This literally took weeks. So it was no easy challenge at all. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Eventually I might end up putting this save file online for you to download and try out. But I'm not really sure if I'm going to do that just yet. Now, as you see here, this is taking forever, but this is literally the fastest way I can move from point A to point B. I believe it's even faster than a horse or a donkey. So that's something else to keep in mind. Now this is also without mods and whatnot. And eventually we're going to hit our next target. And we hit a town. And by the way, these towers are basically markers saying, hey, there's an area right here. You come sleep at it if you need it. And here's the train station. It's very close. So let's do this real quick so we can have daylight. And now we're back. So as you see here, we have 5 stops until we get to the house. And really 4 stops, and then the 5th one's at the house. And Grassland's next stop. And we can head out. This one's also not complete. It's was being worked on. I'm not really doing anything with it anymore. But as far as this, head to the town and whatnot, if we wanted to. And again, we have the basic setup. And also on all of these, we have a ender chest, which allows me to collect things. Now, every so often I try to put a bed. This way I can actually use the bed and do whatnot. As far as if a trip takes forever and I plan to use this area a lot, then I can use the bed. So now we're going into another tunnel. And by the way, when you're making these, I highly advise you start with the roof, if all possible. Obviously that's not possible in all cases, but start with the roof, and this way you can actually go and ensure that nothing will fall down, because once in a while you have a sheep or something try to get in here, falls down, breaks the rail, and you gotta repair it. So as you see here, we have this. I'm still thinking about raising this up as a bridge, coming back down. We'll see. This is how far I've gotten on this. And that's well past that map. We're 2, maybe 3 stops off that map. Where you saw that class room like this, but where I spawned it outside, that was the last stop, or that was the last part of that map. So it's kind of big, it's kind of long as far as this rail system. Now again, I timed it going from one end to the next, and it's about 9 minutes, so it does take a long time. That's one thing to keep in mind. And by the way, where I got these long rails, if I got, a stop or a river I want to check out, I just put one like a town or whatever if it's in the same biodome, and obviously the number. So I got 6 to go. Oh, and by the way, while I'm going back, one thing I forgot to mention is in this rail system, in case you never made one, what you need to do is have a couple blocks, and I'm finding around 3-ish, more or less, but about 3 blocks should do as far as regular rails. Then do a powered, unpowered 2 rails, unless if you got some mining cart or something like an actual deal. If you have other things, like say for example a mining cart chest thing, then you might want to make that a little bit longer to accommodate for that. But for the most part, if you're just doing something like this, it's just 2. But obviously you can have all this powered all the way through, and that way, if say for example it bumps like that, it stops, no big deal. I can jump out, and let's push that back a little. And as you see here, it still stops. I can catch it in time. where normally it'll already be gone. So that's important to note. Now, one of the advantages to having a mining rail above your live place is you can do this. And also I can make a big skylight right here. It's very useful, and it's quite nice when you notice it. Obviously you got to be in a certain angle to see it. So that's the interesting things you can do with this. Now I'm going to continue the rest of this video of me going this direction, the opposite direction that we just went through, from the house to the sand area. And again, I didn't go too far this direction. We're under a lot of jungle right now, and it took me a long time, even on creative mode, to make this, because again, you gotta knock out one block at a time, and it gets boring. You gotta put up a bunch of lights, you gotta make sure all this is powered, and make sure you get all of this laid out correctly. And one problem that was occurring once in a while is whenever these rails were semi-close to each other, like say for example one right here and one right there, they'll try to connect even though this was pre-existing right here, like connecting right there. So as you see here, we're in the jungle area, fishing jungle, and that bridge that you saw a lot earlier, which we're going to go across. And by the way, this is the area that I stopped at, one of the areas I stopped at while I was waiting a day-night cycle for when I was making that map in survival mode. So that's pretty hard. That's but that's kind of worth it as far as that map. So we have a great view right here, and we're going to go into another tunnel that I made. Now, as far as this, was made to continue. I didn't continue it, not yet at least, mostly because of boredom and whatnot. And I got to the point where I got tired of digging in a straight line, plotting stuff in a straight line, and whatnot. So I kind of did this instead of filling it in like I normally would. So on top of that, I got this, where it's going a different direction. So let's follow that and see where it goes. And we got an iron golem just standing up there. I got a bunch of iron golems out here, mostly to protect the area, because I kept having problems with zombies trying to get into this for some weird reason. Zombies and spiders, I don't know why. And as you see, them iron golems are fighting everything off. And we got a whole load of zombies in this desert biodome. Not really sure why. There's a lot of creepers out here too. Can't see them because right now it's nighttime. But yeah, there's a lot of creepers in this area too. So I did the same thing here. Since our area is over there and I'm not going any further than that village, I didn't number it, but I did a theme system where you just name it and say what's there. And we got our temple, which was on that map. And as you see there, we got it named and whatnot. And here we go. And there's a creeper. There's another one. And it's dying. So this is a nice area to go to get stuff. Now, again, some of these, they spawning outside of it. There's not much I can do about it. Since this was near a village, I wasn't too concerned about it. But still, it'd be pretty nice to not worry about that. And I might fix that later by having it in somewhere over here. I'm not really sure. But here's that village that was on that map very small village. In fact, the smallest village I've ever seen. And I'm pretty sure there are smaller ones, but it's only a handful of buildings. So anyways, this has been Craig Bennett, the founder and owner of Tech Confused Now. If you got any questions or whatnot, please feel free to leave them in the comments section. Or if you got any tips, or maybe you have your own that you want to show off, go ahead and leave it in the comments section and let me know what you think. And as far as this, I might upload a save file. I'm not 100% sure yet. If you want a copy of the save file, just ask and I might send it through email, since these save files are not that big in the first place. And that'll take care of that on a personal individual basis. But if you like this video and you like these videos, then please support me by going to the link in the description below, and feel free to go ahead and browse and see if there's something that you like. If you don't like something but you still want to support me, I have donation links and whatnot. But if you want a particular apparel, then let me know and I'll try to help you out on that, and we'll see what happens. This is obviously sold by Cafe Press, so everything's shipped by them. So anyways, it's been Craig Bennett, the founder and owner of Tech Reviews Now, and I hope you have a great day.